January 1st was the day that a powerful 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit Ishikawa, Japan. Nostradamus made a prophecy more than 400 years ago, which this terrible event eerily echoed. That fateful day claimed the lives of 55 people. A lot of people are amazed at this French astrologer's skill, because the event happened exactly as he said it would. The world is witnessing Nostradamus's prophecies come true in shockingly accurate ways. Even more amazing is what's coming up this year. Watch this video all the way to the end to find out what amazing things are in store for our world. Before we say that these events were just random, let's look at the evidence. In his famous work, Les Prophéties, which came out in 1555, Nostradamus predicted that in 2024, a huge earthquake would hit the coast of Japan, causing a tsunami that would destroy homes and kill hundreds. One of the remarkable aspects of Nostradamus's predictions is their multi-language nature. Written in a blend of Greek, Italian, Provençal and Latin, deciphering their true meanings requires linguistic expertise. This complexity adds layers to his prophecies, inviting interpretations and discussions about their accuracy. The important things that Dolores Cannon has done have made our journey into these prophetic realms brighter. Dolores spent her whole life trying to figure out the mysteries between past lives and this one. Through her groundbreaking sessions, she revealed deep truths about the human mind and stories that go beyond space and time. In her fascinating series, Conversations with Nostradamus, Dolores reveals conversations that the famous prophet had, giving us an exciting look into his visions and how they still apply today. When Dolores led her clients through past life regressions, in an interesting session from the 1980s, Dolores hypnotized a woman who went back to a time when she was studying with none other than Nostradamus. The woman, who was deeply interested in Nostradamus's teachings on predicting the future, vividly described her experiences in France in the 1500s, giving us a unique look into his methods and ideas. When Dolores set up a meeting between her client and Nostradamus himself, the depth of her work reached a whole new level. At the time of the conversation, Nostradamus, fully alive, communicated with Dolores through her client, revealing his visions and intentions in a manner never seen before. They open a door to history that gives us a lot of information about this mysterious person's life and legacy. Even though his quatrains are hard to understand, the essence of his foresight remains, calling us to figure out the truths they contain. Many believers in Nostradamus's predictions point to historical events that align with his foresight. For instance, he accurately predicted the Great Fire of London in 1666, a catastrophic event that reshaped the city's landscape. The terrible fire started in Thomas Farriner's bakery on Pudding Lane. It started out small but quickly spread to the whole city, destroying many buildings and killing many people. Nostradamus could also see geopolitical changes coming, like Hitler's rise to power in Europe. His vague verses hinted at a young child born of poor people, who would lead a strong army and captivate followers with his speaking skills. His predictions are even more mysterious because he talks about Hister, which stands for the Danube River, where Hitler was born. When we think about these predictions, we remember how scary it was that Nostradamus saw the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki coming. His poems talk about the heavenly dart and death in speaking, which show how terrible atomic warfare was and how it still affects people today. Nostradamus's predictions about the year 2024 paint a bleak picture of problems in society and the environment. He warns of dry land, big floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the droughts and famines that will follow. The ecosystems will be messed up by these terrible events, and people will also have to move in search of resources, and society will be upended. The phrases, "no abbots, monks, no novices to learn," and the escalating costs of essential commodities, such as wheat and honey, foreshadow a future characterized by scarcity and social turmoil. Countries that are doing well will see their economies fall, which will make social problems and tensions worse. Dealing with existential problems will test the bonds between people, leading to changes in their livelihood and migrations motivated by survival. Being ready is better than being in a state of tears when that happens. As states compete over water, they will also fight with each other. And that's just the beginning. At this point, things start to get interesting. The decline in Putin's health was another of his forecasts. This year, Vladimir Putin's health will be in danger. The health of this Russian leader will get worse, and he will have a rough year. The prediction also talks about a bad guy who will come after them and be born under the exact same Chinese zodiac sign. A Putin associate would take advantage of the situation. His attempt to remove Putin from power will have an impact on both a national and international scale. It will be someone close to Putin who does something like this. The environment will become more unstable as a result of the leadership change. But now things begin to change. The change in the world economy is what Nostradamus saw in his vague vision for 2024. He says that as money and power start to shift, people will lose faith in leaders and the value of currencies will go down. As people look for answers and the trend changes, new horizons appear around the corner. Which country, though, will change the world in 2024? When it comes to the geopolitical and financial landscapes of the world, Nostradamus predicts that India will be a major player. There will be big changes on the world stage, and they will affect our future. This year, 2024, is known as Dragon Year in some circles. With bravery, trust, and plenty, this year will be a blessing. One group will not control the digital world. There are new opportunities waiting for you. That's not all, though. Now things are going to get really interesting. The idea that there is a civilization on other planets is the most interesting thing that Nostradamus said would happen. We will establish communication with these beings who are closely monitoring the trajectory of our planet. By the end of 2024, peace will be restored, but only temporarily. Do you think beings from other planets would help us? Nostradamus predicted the creation of a psychic link among all people worldwide. People will be able to communicate better with each other through their thoughts. It's not necessary for them to talk about their feelings and desires. It will be easy for them to work together. Conflicts will decrease, and concern for one another will increase. Numerous people will get together to love and support one another. Take a moment to look at two more significant lines, because he said that the year 2024 would be a navy year. His words will make red enemies pale with fear, which will scare the great ocean. An attack on Taiwan by China is what many people think this song is about. China has a red sign. Besides that, he said the King of the Isles would not rule for too long. He then says, a new king will be chosen, and for a long time, the earth will be at peace. One possible candidate for King of the Isles is Charles III. People will attack him personally because he is dating Camilla. People still remember Princess Diana, and some believe Camilla stole Charles from her. Not long ago, Nostradamus said that the Queen of England would die. Pope Francis is the holy leader of the Catholic Church right now. He might be taken out. Someone else will take his place. This is where the situation truly caught me off guard. So Nostradamus says that when a very old pope dies, a Roman who is of good age will be chosen. His actions will be criticized for weakening the see, but he will continue to bite for a long time. Someone younger would replace the pope, potentially diminishing his power. There's a chance that the Catholic Church's strength will start to drop. Doesn't this make you think of another word? Could Saint Malachi have predicted the last pope? When it came to astronomy and medicine, Nostradamus was a master. All of these statements were made by the successful doctor, and a lot of people are sure that all of this will happen. But only when the dust settles will the reality become clear. We need to start getting ready right away. He got in trouble for all the statements he made, but that didn't stop him. Doing what he felt was right. He had faith in himself. He left this world in the year 1566, and now we have a heritage of mysterious verses to read and figure out. There are a lot of problems that can come up when you try to figure out what Nostradamus wrote. True prophets like Nostradamus will only be born very rarely. They possess the power of reduction, enabling them to see into the future. While most people believe in him, there is also a group that doesn't believe in either him or the forecasts. They believe the lines only contain things that he made up in his mind. You must decide for yourself if you have faith in these forecasts. Do you think all of this could happen this year? We don't know for sure. Only time will tell. We could look into what happened in the past and see how closely those events match up with what he said would happen. But there are two more statements that we can't figure out. We believe they are very important, so let's look at them. The younger lion will beat the bigger one. Nostradamus foretold that Kalki, a cipher, would rule the entire planet. After conquering the entire planet, he established righteousness on earth. He will not show mercy when punishing criminals. It is stated that he will treat cruel people with extreme cruelty. Prior to ascending to become the world's ruler, Kalki will usher in a golden age within the Kali Yuga. It is stated that while Arjuna was fighting, Krishna informed him that the Kali Yuga would begin immediately after his passing. He claims that a golden age inside the Kali Yuga will begin 5,000 years after his passing, or 6,000 BC. He will overcome Kali, the demon, also referred to in Vedic texts as the Lord of Evil, in order to establish the true Satya Yuga following the Kali Yuga Golden Age, which is expected to last for roughly 10,000 years. According to Hindu scriptures, Kalki Jayantri devotes herself to Lord Kalki, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu believed to be the next incarnation to emerge in the Kali Yuga era. Legend has it that Kali Yuga will come to an end following Kalki's manifestation. It is believed that the time will come when the Dharma, or religion, will be restored and at its height. He predicts, among other things, a celestial anomaly, a unique cosmic occurrence that will draw attention to itself and signal important changes. A celestial visitor to our skies will cause awe and wonder in observers all over the world as the stars align in a cosmic choreography. This celestial event will bring about a paradigm shift in human awareness, sparking conversations and arguments about our role in the cosmos and the mysteries that lie beyond. Nostradamus's mysterious poetry hints at the metamorphic potential of this celestial event, implying that it will awe us with its beauty and provoke deep reflection and thought. Its influence will spark conversations about spirituality, extraterrestrial life, and the interconnection of all things spreading throughout society. As the anticipated year 2024 approaches, people's attention shifts to the upcoming celestial spectacle.